What's your name?
Bryn.
What's that?
Bryn.
Bryn. Hey, Bryn. How's it going? Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. Look at them all. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How's it going?
5. And you're the one that's going to call the police if you have to.
Sorry?
Are you the one that's going to call the police if you need to?
What are you talking about? We've talked before, Stuart.
Who?
I'm Kyle. We've talked before.
That's right. What have we talked about?
It just hasn't gone well. We had to call the transit police.
Do you remember why you had to call the police?
Yeah, because you were getting in our face.
Uh-huh.
And you were intimidated, or you weren't intimidated, but you're making us feel uncomfortable.
I was making you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we do have permission to be here. I believe that's what the transit police
You know what?
said.
You know what makes somebody feel uncomfortable? What makes somebody feel uncomfortable, Kyle, is to be physically assaulted, to be filmed from far away, and then to approach the person and have them run away, to be lied to be threatened with police involvement, and then to watch the Jehovah's Witness lie to the police about what was actually said, to be lied to about witness beliefs, and to be lied to about inner watchtower workings. So while I might have made you feel, see, I knew it.
Hey, Stuart.
I know. I knew he was. I knew he was the guy to do this.
Hey, Stuart. From
Are you texting about me?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Stuart.
Whether or not you're texting about me is what I'm asking
Sure.
you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is what I'm saying. This is
We've
why.
talked before.
But this is why people like me keep coming back.
Yeah, but this isn't. We're
Because
not here right now.
you think this behavior is
Stuart,
acceptable.
We're not here right now to argue with you.
So you asked me.
We're here to just.
You reminded me that you had to call the police last time because I was making you feel uncomfortable. And yet
because
this.
we have permission to be here.
And yet this brother, this Jehovah's Witness, physically assaulted me.
He told the police straight up what happened.
And I didn't call the police.
You could
See?
have.
And the thing
Why
is,
didn't
like,
you?
do you know who Brian Alston is? He's the coordinator in English Bay. And he physically assaulted me on Wednesday or Thursday last week. I was trying to take a book from the cart, and he tried to wrestle it away from me.
That's all hearsay.
Do you know? Oh, it's on camera. In fact, it's on my YouTube channel, just like you're going to be on the YouTube channel too.
I believe it. I can see the camera there.
So you don't believe it, but are you going to go look and see that, yes, a coordinator physically assaulted me? Are you going to go look? Or are you just going to stand there and say, I don't believe it?
Stuart, we've had a conversation.
That's what I've noticed about cult members.
Stuart,
You just tell me that we've talked before.
We've already talked before. Why would we continue this?
Because I'd like to know what makes you think
Then
it's
I'm not
acceptable.
the person to be talking to about this.
Well,
You're not.
you can speak on behalf of these Jehovah's Witnesses. You're well acquainted
I'm my
with the
own
teachings.
person.
Okay, well, what makes a Jehovah's Witness then?
We're not here to argue, Stuart.
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. You're not letting me ask you the question I want to ask you.
You always control the conversation. This is
Uh-huh.
how it works. I've had an
Uh-huh.
hour-long conversation with you last time, and this is how it's going to end.
Right.
Exactly where we started.
This is you telling me how it's going to end.
I'm not, because
Okay.
this is
Let me
how
ask
it
you.
ended last time.
But I wasn't able to ask you what I'm able to ask you now.
Okay. Then what?
And that is, why do you think Jehovah's Witnesses think, when it comes to talking to people who've left this religion, ex-members, why would you imagine current members think it's acceptable to lie to the former believer, to threaten? Hold on, let me finish.
Okay, yeah, right. Sorry.
Why would you think it's acceptable for current Jehovah's Witnesses to lie to the former member, to threaten the former member with police involvement and then lie to the police about what was said, to film the former member from far away and then run away when they approach you, to physically intimidate and to physically assault ex-members. Why is that acceptable?
So when the police came...
So you're not answering the question.
Well, no, let me tell
I'm trying to have a conversation.
I am too.
What makes it acceptable?
Let me tell my answer.
Go ahead.
Okay? When the cops came, when the police came, what happened? They gave your statement and their statement. Now, at the end of that, the two of them talked together. And then what happened? They realized that we have permission to be here.
Okay.
And they asked you to leave politely.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So you have your side told as well. It's not against us. The police have told you to leave. You've told them their side, your side, right?
Okay.
Is that what's happened in the past? Is that not what's happened in the past?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't.
Okay. Was that supposed to be an answer to my question?
It was.
What makes it acceptable?
It's not my job to tell.
You think that you just gave an answer to that question. See, this is why I'm filming you guys.
Well, you
So,
said
like-
your side of the story to the police officers.
No, I asked you, what makes you think it's acceptable?
You said your side to the police officers, and they asked you to leave. That's what makes me think it's acceptable. The authorities said that we were right. We have permission to be here.
It's okay for you to lie to former believers.
Well,
It's okay for you to physically intimidate former believers, film them from far. See,
I never
I'm
lied.
reminding you of the question, and now you're like kind of getting
Well,
upset
I don't know
because you know you didn't answer the
I'm not
question.
getting upset because of that. I'm getting upset because of the hour-long conversation we had in the past. That's why. And you know, Jesus.
I need to update this actually because Louis Kotsiris isn't on here.
I don't know.
Brian Alston isn't on here, and I forgot to tell you about a sister. Just about 2 weeks ago, I think on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm recording you and I'm recording myself too, so it's okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't appreciate being recorded, and you don't have my permission.
Let me
use
finish.
that,
Let me finish my
but
story. Let me finish my story.
I hope that's on the camera that you do not have my permission.
It is. But one thing at a time. The story I was about to tell you.
Yeah.
The sister that I was recording,
Yeah.
she full on grabbed this away from me. She just grabbed it. And that is a violation.
It's a violation of you filming too.
No, it isn't actually.
Okay, well...
It isn't. Would you like to know why it isn't a violation?
I would.
Okay, because you're in a public place, my channel isn't monetized, I'm not generating revenue from my videos.
Okay.
There is no violation of copyright. I'm not using you as my mascot.
Okay.
So you're in a public place, there is zero consent for you to give. You understand how that works?
I'm going to have to do some research on it.
Actually, do some research. Go to libelandprivacy.com. Libelandprivacy.com.
I'll look it up on the government website.
Click on areas of service. Click on privacy, and read about a bunch of legal precedents set in British Columbia, where you can find out that I totally have the right to film you in public, just like I had the right to film that sister in public. And she just didn't. You don't care that a sister, that a fellow believer.
No, not that.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't care that you have the right to film me. That
Okay.
is one
Well,
of
you just finished saying that I don't have the right.
Well, you don't have my permission.
Do you now understand that I do have the right?
I would have to do my research, but that is not the bigger purpose of why
You can't take my word for it.
I'll take your word for it.
Get a phone. Look up libelandprivacy.com.
I trust you.
See, you don't. Okay, you trust me.
I trust you. I don't need
So
to
I have
know
the right to film you, and I had the right to film her
Well,
too.
you don't have the right to film me if what you're saying is not true. But if it is, then sure.
Well, you know what? I've been filming you guys probably on 40 occasions.
Sure.
And I've spoken to the cops, and not one of them has told me I don't have the right to film you.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay.
Not one cop has told me I don't have the right to film
That's not
you.
the bigger purpose, though.
See,
It's just a little thing.
I've noticed the cult member. When I refute your argument, then you say that's not the point.
Argument is about privacy. It's something I don't know about.
So the sister just decided to grab this pen away from me,
Yeah.
and one of the other brothers was standing like this, right? And he's kind of pushing into me, initiating physical contact, the way you guys think you have the right to do with ex-members. So she grabs personal property away from me. He's pushing into me, and still you had the nerve to call the police. And when the police came, do you think that sister was hanging around to tell her story, or do you think she had left?
I don't know.
What do you think she did?
I have no idea, sister.
Come on, take a guess.
I have no
Do you
guess.
think she stuck around to tell her side of the story?
No, I wasn't there.
Or that she just left because she knew she couldn't say that she didn't do something that I recorded on tape? Of course she wasn't there. Of course she wasn't there. Anyway. Oh. I've got an invitation here.
You know that
Like,
Jesus,
I know.
Jesus said something interesting.
Oh, look at you. Tell me about Jesus.
He said that we would be hated.
You know
And
what? Did he say that you would be physically assaulted? Did he say that you would have personal property snatched out of your hands and then have the police and then have the person run away so they couldn't tell the story when the cops came? Did Jesus say that you would be filmed from across the street and then you'd approach the person and they'd run away? Did Jesus say that you would have physical contact initiated against you and you'd be physically assaulted? That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. Like, ex-members come up to you and want to talk to you about our experiences and things that we've learned, and you think that gives you the right
The right of what?
to lie to us, to threaten us with police involvement, to lie to the police.
Can you tell us how we lie?
Well, that's why I'm filming you.
Okay.
Like, everything I'm saying, you can find out about, including like what gives me the right to be able to film you right now.
Sure.
Please join us. So you guys prefer it when I'm not standing close to you to hear what you guys say on the phone in this situation? Because who's he talking to? Is he talking to an elder or is he talking
I'm pretty
to
sure the phone calls
authorities?
are private.
Not if he's talking about me.
And I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not talking about me on that phone?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's good. That's a new one. See, that's a new one. I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's interesting, like, finding out what you guys say to me. Like, what I'm saying is none of your business.
I don't know you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Or you just walk away so that I can't film you. And if you walk away and I follow you, then you guys get to say I'm loitering. And it looks like I'm loitering. So that's why I'm going to stay close to the cart.
Okay.
Oh. Like, you guys have a couple of different approaches to dealing with me. Like, last time I really fell for it.
Now we've just called the transit police.
Have you called them? You just did it?
Well, we've had someone call. Yeah.
Oh, and I missed it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
how we're dealing with it now.
that's why I like to film you. Hopefully, I can catch you guys actually on the phone with transit, because you guys are quite comfortable lying to transit about what's happening.
Can I just tell you?
Tell me what the issue is.
It's because you've had previous, especially with me in particular,
Uh-huh.
now it's harassment.
No, it's not harassment.
Yeah,
Would you
last
like to know why it isn't harassment?
Last week, my husband was here, and he told my husband to go kill himself. So that is harassment.
Oh,
Okay?
that wasn't me.
Yeah. Well, it was you and your friend.
That wasn't my friend.
Talked to.
Oh, you're so ignorant.
No, we're not.
You could watch the whole video and see that I wasn't with that guy. You just want to say that. That's what I'm saying. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? She thinks the guy on the bike and I were together. You think that?
Yes. Okay. I do think that.
Oh my gosh, you could find out that we weren't together. Would you like to go and confirm that we weren't
I don't care
together?
if you work together. You're
See, you don't
both
care.
together.
You don't care.
You're both
Perfect.
together.
Woo! Wow. Oh, transit. Oh, see, this is why I keep coming back, because you guys just keep jumping to the part where you think you get to dominate me. The truth doesn't matter. Because you don't care about the truth.
Why?
Were you paying attention just now?
I was.
Were you paying attention just now? I guess you weren't. Oh. Would you guys mind leaving?
Sorry?
Would you guys mind leaving? Would you guys mind leaving, please?
Why?
I'm just asking you politely to leave.
We have permission to be here, sorry.
Okay, so you're not going to leave?
No.
Okay. Whew. What time does the memorial start on Saturday?
It's on the thing.
The time doesn't, it's the date but no time,
Really?
right?
We'll have to go, I'm not sure, because I'm in Portuguese. I'm learning
Okay.
Portuguese, so...
What's the time going to be?
Like 8:30?
8:30?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
But you
I'll
can-
check the website.
Yeah, look at the website. See.
Because it used to be around 6, 7, something like that. 8:30, far as you know.
Whenever the sun sets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, check him out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. That's a good one. He says, I don't know what you're talking about. That's good.
No.
Well, he can find out what I'm talking about. It'd be very easy for you to find out what I'm
We've
talking
talked
about.
before, Stuart.
Oh, we tried to talk before.
Yeah, we talked
Just
for
like
an hour.
just like we tried to talk now.
We talked for an hour.
You know what happened actually
And
that day?
well, I'm just
That
gonna
day
give you-
I wasn't wearing my tie. I wasn't dressed like you. I was in casual clothes, so I was a little rattled. Like you're right. It's good that you're here to remind me of that day. But like today, I'm
I never
a little
said
more
that.
relaxed. Today, I know what you're capable of. Like what he's probably doing over
Hey,
there.
Stuart, I'm just
So-
gonna politely ask you to leave.
Actually, I just finished asking you to leave.
Yeah, we have permission to be here from.
So do I.
Who do you have permission from?
The same authority that, like, this is the public place.
This is no to be able to proclaim and to preach. You're preaching.
Proclaim
to
and
us.
preach,
Well, proclaim. That's actually that's good.
Well, get it right. Get your story right, man. Whew.
I'm on his camera right now. I'm on his camera right now. Okay, thanks. Okay, bye.
So I just hope you didn't tell them that I told your husband to go kill himself. Did you say that just now? Mind my asking if the person you just finished talking to, you said that I told your husband last week to kill himself?
I don't really want to say anything.
You don't want to tell me if you
No.
lied about me just now?
I didn't lie about you, no.
Thank you. Okay. Whew. You're one of the few. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh. You were raised by Jehovah's Witnesses, I think you said, yeah. When did you get the truth? When did you get the truth? Your mom's a witness? Okay. There she goes. Look. There was an elder named Frank. He's got glasses and black hair. Frank. He was here a couple of weeks ago, and he's really smart. Like, he was keeping his voice really low, so this maybe wouldn't catch it. He's really smart. It's a camera, HD 1080p camera.
Oh, where did you just have that with you all the time?
One second. So Frank is like, he's like, as soon as he had the opening to act all offended and upset, then he did. Like, as soon as you guys get the chance to be like, oh. So you can call the police or tell me to leave, like you'll do that. So I gave him an opening and he did that. But then he said to the sister really low, like, go call the... I couldn't hear what he said, and even on the tape I couldn't quite hear it. So he says to the sister, go call something. And she walks away, and I follow her, thinking she's going to be the one to call the police. But while I'm going away, following her, he goes right over here, to actually call the police so that I don't get to hear what he's saying. And I thought, oh man, did I fall for that? Like, you guys are pretty crafty. Like, it's just me by myself, but eventually there's going to be two of us or more. And I'm thinking you're not going to be able to get away with tricks like that. So anyway, but for now I just have to talk to the police. I really hope you've called them, because there's a bunch of stuff I get to talk to them about. The lying, the physical assaults, the initiating physical contact. I do like talking to the police about Jehovah's Witnesses. Who, when Jehovah's Witnesses call them on me, when I don't call them on you for all the stuff you've done. Do I need to remind you?
They watch your videos?
Well, I've invited them to do that.
Yeah.
And actually, you know what? The best video is from the security cameras there.
Yeah.
Like when Brian Alston physically assaulted me and grabbed my arm when I was trying to grab a book. Like, you can't really see it here, but the cameras over there will see it.
That one doesn't have it.
So it's like going to be more obvious. So between what I record and what's on the closed circuit cameras, it's going to be quite an indictment if somebody decides to put it all together and show what you guys think you're allowed to do to ex-members when they come up and talk to you. Like, we're just dirt. We're just dirt. Like, we've turned our backs on Jehovah. We've rejected his love. We've refused to become loyal subjects of his kingdom, and so we're either just going to come groveling back or we're going to die at Armageddon. So what difference does it make if you just treat us like dirt and lie to us and threaten us and physically assault us and film us from far away and then run away when we approach you, initiate physical contact, lie through your teeth about beliefs that you know perfectly well we know are the truth of? So it's just amazing. It's amazing. Oh, hey, today's the 24th, right? March 24th? Have you guys heard of a Canadian investigative television program called W5? W5. W5? It's TV. It's like a news broadcasting show. W5? Anyway, they're like been around for about 20 or 30 years. Really good objective journalism, like objective. You guys know what that word means? So they're going to be doing a story on Jehovah's Witnesses tonight. It airs on the 24th. I almost forgot. Yeah, actually, set your PVR and watch the whole thing because we're going to want to talk to you about it. And like, if you haven't watched it, why are you asking me that?
Sorry, I was just wondering.
Are you really?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, no, because I've noticed witnesses.
You just ask a lot of questions, so I was curious.
Oh, that's nice of you. Yeah. Well, I do a bunch of different things. Like, I volunteer, and I've got some other interests, some investments. Like, I have money, so like I have the time and freedom to do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I pay taxes, and I'm,
Okay.
I render unto Caesar and all that good stuff.
Can we switch off, or do you want to do or stay, or do you want to all stay?
So W5. I don't know what time it is, but it's for sure tonight. Yeah. You guys have never heard of W5? Have you lived in Canada all your life?
Yeah.
And you've never heard of W5? Okay.
Basically,
I think it's on. It's a Canadian show. I think on CBC. I'm not sure what channel, but yeah. Yeah, me neither. I'm gonna have to get it off the internet and download it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty careful that way too. Oh yeah. Keep doing this in remembrance of me. So you think 8:30 is the time I should shoot for?
I don't know. Look on the website.
Depends on the location. Okay, because I thought it was exactly the same around the world. But you guys got to fit it in, right? Okay. Are they coming? Did somebody say, "Okay, we're coming"? Is somebody from transit coming? Is somebody coming? Or were you just trying to look like you're calling somebody, hoping I'll go away?
We've talked before.
Because like that's why I told you about what Frank did and like others have done. Like you posture until you really think you have a reason to call. So.
We've talked before.
And we're talking again.
Yeah, this conversation isn't going anywhere.
Says you.
Okay, where is it going?
Well, it's going to the police coming. That's what you want.
It does not what I
So
want.
that is definitely where it's going.
That's not what I
So
want.
now we're waiting for the police.
That's not what I want.
It is what you want. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Whew. I spotted him as soon as I came up the stairs, actually. The guy in the gray, the brother over there. He's the watcher, right?
No.
Well, you guys call it the watcher, don't you?
No,
The last time I was going to meetings when this first started, there's going to be a watcher. What do you call him?
He was
There's a title for him. What he's doing now?
He's the brother on the other ship that's just staying a little late. We don't have.
You've never heard the term watcher? We'll have a watcher for you guys? Oh, I heard that. And well, maybe that's just my hall, I guess. I don't know. Stanley Park, by the way. So maybe it differs from hall to hall? You don't have a title, like a little nickname for what he's doing over there? He's just waiting for his ship? He's not watching?
Where?
You know what you should do? You should have like a microphone on you that he can hear so he knows what I'm saying. So he knows that I'm not threatening you. So he knows so he knows that Yeah, but you guys are never going to watch this. That's the whole point. You should have your own. Like, I'm not harassing you. I'm not threatening you. I'm not lying to you. I'm not selectively filming you. I'm not initiating physical contact. I'm not calling the police for everything you've done to me. Like, so he should know that, like, that's what's happening here.
Okay.
That I'm not doing X, Y, Z, and you guys habitually do X, Y, Z. Habitually. So Frank was the elder's name. He was here a couple of weeks ago. He really knows how to handle the situation. Like, I'm hoping to see him again to congratulate him, because he really fooled me. He got me to follow that sister while he actually called the cops. Woo! Did he pull the wool over my eyes? Yeah. Would you guys mind leaving, please?
Sorry, we have permission to be here, Stuart.
Okay.
We're here to give a free...
Yeah, sometimes I don't hold this right, and I get you, or I get here, but I'm getting pretty good. Like, I'm getting pretty good.
Why do you want to come to the Granville Street SkyTrain station to do this?
Well, I go to Burrard, I go to Joyce, I go to Metrotown.
Well, why are you at Granville Street today?
I don't know. Why am I at Granville Street today?
Why? Like, why are you at this SkyTrain station today?
Because you weren't in front of Best Buy just now. I would have talked to you if you were at Best Buy, because that's where all that other stuff happened, where the sister grabbed this away from me, and then conveniently wasn't around when the cops came, and when the brother initiated physical contact. That happened in front of Best Buy, so I thought, let me go to Best Buy again.
We're here to give out free vital information. We're not here to have arguments. We're here to have small vital conversations and to schedule other times.
Well, then you can just leave, because I politely asked you to
We're
leave.
here.
Okay.
We have permission to be
Well,
here.
by not cooperating with my politely asked request,
I
you're
politely asked you to
turning this into a confrontation.
I'm not at all. I've asked
So
you
you say I'm turning this into a confrontation.
Absolutely.
I say you're turning this into a confrontation, and now we're waiting for the police.
Okay.
See how that works? Sorry. Hey, Ben. Okay, I'm going to turn this off because this only has 55 minutes, so I'm going to turn it back on when the cops come.
Okay.
So now is a good time to say whatever you want.
I'll say it after the camera's off.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Say it when the camera's off.
No, it's okay.
Because it's not going to go on my channel.
Why not just get a big...
I just gave some. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't see him standing there. 25 cents off. You got 25
$2 is my limit, my daily limit.
Oh,
That lady in the red, the Asian lady, just asked the brother for directions. Like, I saw them talking. You could tell she was asking him for directions, and he pointed in a direction, just like those people just asked you for directions. And it reminded me, like, towards the end when I was regular pioneering, for every person that wanted to say, oh, you're doing such good work. Oh, sure, I'll take a magazine like that was responding to the presence of Jehovah on the street. There would be two people who would just want to come up to me and want to ask directions. Like I've noticed, they asked you for directions, that lady asked you for directions, that guy asked you for spare change. Like 3 people have come up to you, not one of them wanted to like let you play some cult propaganda with them.
Yeah, but don't you love it when you're somewhere and you ask someone for directions and they help you out? Like, I love the feeling of even just giving them directions.
I know you guys love feelings. I know you guys love the way certain things make you feel. I definitely know all about that. Yeah. Shift change. It just happens to be a shift change.
Hey, Stuart.
They're
just people. They're other witnesses. They're just shopping.
Those sisters over there? I know that's a sister right there with the short blonde hair.
Yeah, they're both. They're just shopping.
You want to tell me that they're just people? They're not in service?
I said they're just shopping.
They're just shopping? How do you know they're
not here?
No, but how do you know that they're just shopping and not in service?
Well, they're not here to relieve us. You were asking if they were relieved.
You're sure they're not here to relieve you? You know who's here to relieve you, and it's not them. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, anyway, so I was wrong there. But like last time I did this, there was about 6, then 8 of you around.
I remember.
And like here, not at Gerard.
Yeah.
And you'll like text one another. You'll text one another about somebody like me right in front of me. Like you love your little games that you get to play with your technology, with like the technology that you kind of bash when it suits you.
Because I remember when we were doing, and you came up to us, the 2 other people felt threatened, so that was the reason why we had to have false doors.
It's funny that you say you felt threatened, yet the brother was the one who physically pushed me.
I remember what happened. He didn't physically push me.
You don't, and if you forget, you can see it on YouTube.
He actually told.
And so can you, because you were there that day too. Yeah.
We understand.
Understand what?
We understand that you can see everything on YouTube. Like, it's pretty obvious. Right? You don't need to keep bringing it up.
But
what we were doing.
It sounds like I kind of do need to keep bringing it up, because you keep saying you felt threatened. See,
yeah.
That's what I was saying about feelings. Like you felt threatened,
You're a tall guy.
but that's not my fault. You actually physically assaulted me.
He didn't physically assault you.
Oh, would you like to know that he did? And would you like to see the video where the cop says that that's what it is?
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that you haven't seen the YouTube video where the cop says on camera that what he did is physical assault. Physical assault, you guys. You're just shopping. They're just shopping. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
You remember?
I do remember.
Okay.
And all he did was put his arm on your forearm. I don't want to do it because you're gonna.
Would you like to know how wrong you are?
Okay, sure.
Would you like to know that with both hands he pushed me? I love how your version is what you like. That's why I'm saying like. That's why I'm filming you. So that's why I'm filming you. So why are you even like? Tell him that. Tell him that it doesn't have to be your hand. I don't have permission to do. You just said it. Say it again. Say it again. I don't have permission to what?
We have permission by.
You just said you don't have permission. I don't have permission to what?
You're not letting me answer. We have permission by the SkyTrain to preach here. You need permission from the SkyTrain.
I love that you're not saying exactly what you just said, knowing the camera's on you. Come on. All things are naked and openly exposed before Jehovah. What difference does it make? Just say what you just said.
That's true.
Say what you just said.
We have permission to be here to preach.
Do
you have permission to be here to
That's
preach?
not what you said.
Do you have permission?
Look how soft you're getting now. You're changing it. You didn't ask me. You told me.
Okay.
Tell me again what I don't have.
I believe that you do not
Woo!
have permission.
Woo!
Can you prove me
It's
wrong?
amazing. No, but I'm saying like that's your conviction was there a minute ago, and now that I'm filming you, you don't have the same conviction.
You're right. I shouldn't have said it.
Oh,
You're right.
yeah, I am.
Yeah.
So drawing close to God is not easy because we live among people who, come on, blank.
People who that do not have knowledge about God, is that what it says?
No.
I don't know the book off for that.
Hi, how are you? Good, how are you?
Yes.
It's somebody call?
Yeah. Yeah, we call.
Okay. Is the guy still here or is he?
Yeah.
Get some identification, sir.
I've got a bus pass today. That's about it.
Okay.
But I can give you a file number.
Give me your name.
Stuart.
STUART.
Uh huh.
First name. What's your first name?
Are you gonna? What if you don't have any paper? You're gonna run out of hand space for your shift. Okay. My last name?
Yeah.
Lefebvre. L-E. Take your time. Hold on. F-E-B-V. How did you know that?
And your date of birth, sir?
That I'm not gonna give you.
I'll say about 45.
Yeah, 45. Minus a year or two.
What's going on today?
Well, I'm talking to Jehovah's Witnesses about their literature, their beliefs as an ex-member. Have you ever studied the Bible with Jehovah's Witnesses?
Lima, Echo, Foxtrot, Echo, Bravo, Victor, Romeo, Echo.
Have you ever studied the Bible with Jehovah's Witnesses?
No,
Okay.
haven't. So I got a call because are you representing them or
No,
are you
I'm
challenging them?
I'm an ex-member
Okay.
who has some questions.
Okay, so you think these are the people you need to ask, or maybe the head of one of the
Unfortunately,
congregations?
that's a good question. And I've had this conversation before with the police. May I ask your name?
Hey, long time no see. Hey, how you doing, man?
What's your name, officer?
Eric.
Last name?
Jordan.
Jordan. Your badge number is 1720?
Jordan 1720.
Okay. I've had a conversation with a Supervisor Manning, with a Officer Murphy, with an Officer Sean Lightburn, with Robin, with Miles Teitelbaum.
Okay.
So I'm saying, like, I've spoken to maybe 4 or 5 police officers about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of getting tired of talking about it because I don't physically assault them. I don't initiate physical contact with them.
But you're interfering with their ability. They're technically on transit property,
Okay.
so they can tell you to leave at any time.
Well,
I can tell you to leave any time.
Okay.
Right?
But I'm kind of having a discussion with Jehovah's Witnesses about their beliefs.
They called me because they're tired of this discussion. Right?
Well, that's not really my call.
You can't sit there and force yourself onto them. Right? Like, once a discussion has gotten to a certain point, and one party doesn't want to be a part of the discussion anymore, you can't force the discussion to still take place.
Right. So
that's a control issue with you.
I've asked them to leave. They've refused to leave.
Yeah, they've got permission from transit to be here. You do not represent transit.
Can I see documentation proving that permission from transit?
That's not something between. I'm not privy to all.
Well, then can I see your permission from transit to be here? He's telling me you have permission to be here.
Call transit.
Well, I'd like to see.
Why are you challenging them?
Well, because I'd like to.
These are not the people that are in charge that have contracts and sit there and have access to all these little administrative kind of issues.
Let me explain something.
So you're sitting there going to essentially the grassroots level, and you're expecting them to answer questions that the administrators know.
You don't know. You don't even know what my questions are, though, officer.
Well, you're asking them for the contracts and stuff like that. Do you think they have access to the contracts?
You're telling me
that they have access, or they're the point of contact between the Jehovah's Witnesses and transit? Do you really think they are the ones, and they're going to have the answers for you? So what's the point of you asking those questions?
Okay, here, I'll show you what the questions are. Because I used to belong to this religion.
Yeah, so beating up on the
No, I'm not beating up on them. I'm not beating up on them.
You know?
I'm asking them questions about their beliefs, and I'm filming them.
Social media.
And I'm using social media.
Good.
Okay, hold that for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, and actually I had to update this. Okay, this is a representative of their religion who lied through his teeth to me about what they believe.
Yeah.
This is another representative who lied to me as well about the beliefs.
Yeah.
This sister This lady was standing right over there.
Yep.
Okay. She didn't like the way the conversation was going, so she comes up to me and she goes, "If you don't leave, I'm going to call the police."
They're allowed to have
And
their
then no,
beliefs.
and then she's on the phone with the police and she goes, "Officer, I've asked this man to leave." All sheepish. See, so when it suits them to come down heavy and be the boss and push an ex-member around, that's what they do.
Were they
But they're-
pushing you around?
Well, they were. That's what I'm saying. That's
Were
why I
these
filmed it.
two pushing you
No, but
around?
let me finish.
Because I don't see them on that piece of paper.
You don't. That's right.
So you sitting there going and getting in their face.
I'm not,
seems a
but
little
I'm
bit
not getting in their
misplaced,
face.
Right?
I'm not getting in their face
Well,
though.
they're calling the police
Well,
for a
that's
reason,
that's
right?
not my call.
Yeah. So.
It's okay. No,
I
back
think-
to where
I think
you were.
this conversation's over. You
Back,
need
no,
to go.
but back to where
Okay?
you were telling me that they have permission to be here and I don't. Where do I go to get like
no,
proof
you
of that?
can pass through here. You can be a customer here. You
Okay.
can do all that stuff. here, but-
Notice how the sign there says you are invited.
Yeah.
So I'm
Do
invited.
you think I
I'm-
have
I'm-
any say as to how the Jehovah's Witnesses do their thing, like their beliefs, how
That's
they
it.
practice?
So if I'm invited and they don't
You're
like
not
the way
invited.
that
You're
I'm
clearly
not invited.
Yeah.
Really?
And if they're calling the police because
Well, that's not my call.
yeah, exactly.
That's not my call.
That's
It's-
a
it's-
hint.
it's-
That's a
it's-
little.
it's
that
their
should
choice.
be a sign in your head going,
Why
I'm
should that
not
be a sign in my,
invited.
why should that be a sign in my head?
Because if they're calling the police because they don't like interacting with you,
Uh-huh.
maybe that might be something that says,
Well, you know what?
oh, maybe I'm not one of the ones that are invited.
You know what?
I don't practice that. But I don't go sitting there getting in their faces.
I'm not getting in their faces.
Yeah, you are. When I pulled up,
Uh-huh.
you were in his face,
Uh-huh.
talking,
Uh-huh.
and
We were
when
talking
I
about
asked-
we were talking about this
when
piece of
I
literature.
asked who
Did you hear what we were talking about?
When I asked who they called about, they pointed you up. Right?
But
So I think this conversation's over.
you weren't here
You're
for
more than
the part.
welcome to carry on and be a
I'm
customer in some
well.
other
I'm
businesses.
thinking I'm more than welcome to keep talking to them. You're
Not
telling me
necessarily.
you're telling me that
No, you're
I don't have.
harassing them. Now you're harassing.
Now I'm harassing.
Yeah.
I'm harassing now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Thank you, sir.
because you've said it's harassment.
Yeah.
So just so we're clear.
Harassing communication is when you are essentially getting in their face
Uh-huh.
over and over and over again,
Uh-huh.
and they want things to stop because
Uh-huh.
they're done talking to you,
Okay.
and you're refusing to leave.
But I was
right?
trying to talk to you about some of the things that they've done to me. And there's
These
more
two?
from no.
These two?
Jehovah's
Because
Witnesses in
these
general.
people can say that you are harassing them.
So
right?
if these
because they have nothing to do with your previous complaints, right?
So if these Jehovah's Witnesses were Jehovah's Witnesses that I've had experiences with before, where they physically assaulted me,
then
where
I
they
would
grabbed
expect you
personal
to call
property
the
away
police
from me,
rather than trying to take it.
well,
take
that's
care of
where
it by
you and I
yourself,
differ.
Right?
I don't want to involve the
That's a vigilante
police.
that goes and tries to take care of it himself.
Why are
rather
you
than
calling me a
going,
vigil? No, I
Yeah.
haven't violated their rights.
Yeah, you have.
They have repeatedly violated mine.
No, these two? No, they haven't.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah. So you're saying the organization they represent have, but these two people have nothing to do with any of your complaints. So why are you harassing them?
To talk to them about
Yeah,
that.
they don't care. They don't have no interest in having the communication.
Well,
That's
you know
why
what?
they call police down here.
That's why
Mm.
I never call the police.
No,
because
they
I'm,
did.
Yeah.
because they're done with this communication. You can go.
Officer,
You're
you're
harassing them.
by
Stop
asking
harassing them.
by asking them questions about why they think it's acceptable
If this-
to treat ex-members
You
the
know
way
what?
they've treated me.
Do you think they have any say? Look at them. 22 years old. Do you think a 22-year-old has any say?
I love that you're
or any
defending
power?
them. No, but I love that you're defending them
No.
without like even
I'm
wanting to
saying
hear the
it's
whole story.
misplaced. Go to the administrator.
What's misplaced? What's
right?
misplaced, officer?
That you're picking on the grassroots
Who says I'm
people.
picking on people?
Well, they're calling the police.
That's not my choice.
That's harassing.
That's
right?
that's somebody being a panic
Refusing
junkie.
to leave when even a police officer tells you to leave is harassing, right? And that's where I end up.
Have you told me to
detaining
leave? Have you told me to leave?
It's time for you to leave.
I'll go.
Thank you, sir.
I'll go. I'll go. Miles Teitelbaum, Supervisor Manning.
I know. there's
313
Scientology,
Murphy.
There's all sorts of religions.
No, I'm
that
talking about
have-
other
no.
police officers that I've
Oh.
spoken to about what's going on here.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're cool. Sometimes they're like you. They want to push me around and get me out of here. They don't like my face for whatever reason. Well, you haven't heard the whole story, so
No.
you just want to say get out of here.
Yeah,
But
time for you to go. It's time for you to go.
I'm going to be passing through again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
like I'm not done with talking to them, and like you try to talk to the superiors,
Yeah.
you try to talk to like the upper crust of the organization,
Yep.
and all they want to know when you call, and there's like people trying to do that,
Yep.
all they want to know is, are you one of Jehovah's Witnesses? What congregation are you in? And if you're not, then you're just worldly. You're just
Yeah.
going to die at Armageddon, so they don't have to talk to you. So that's why people like me are resorting to having to talk to them at stands like this. And I, as an ex-believer,
You're the only one that I've ever come
well,
across in
because
24 years,
people are only able to learn about Jehovah's Witnesses what they're able to learn because of what's coming out,
Yep.
because of social media, because of documentaries. Tonight, W5 is doing a story on them, by the way.
You know what?
So check it out.
I don't subscribe to their belief systems, but I
Yeah.
also believe in fair play for everybody.
So do I. So do I. Which is why I've never called the police, despite they've done all these things to me, because I want to get to the bottom of why they think that's acceptable.
Yeah.
And no one, and the literature says because you're going to die at Armageddon because you've turned your back on Jehovah. Those are the beliefs. But you try,
So I'm going to Armageddon anyway, right?
so you try asking them that in person, and it's, I'm uncomfortable, and if you don't leave, I'm going to call the police.
Yeah.
Well, like, just say it to my face, bro. You know what the literature says. Say it to my face.
But you know what? You're like trying to have a debate with somebody that's half your age, that has half your life skills, that has no.
You know what?
clue
That's a good
you're
point.
talking about, right?
So
you're
pick
not-
on somebody my own size.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.